So I came across a post on the r/Pokemon Romhacks subreddit talking about how Pokemon Heretical Red may have ruined the difficulty in newer Pokemon Romhacks. Being familiar with a lot of Romhacks as well as their community, as well as with Pokemon Heretical Red itself, I would like to decompose this post and give my take on it. There are a lot of things I simply disagree with, and also a couple of things I do agree with. I will try to frame this video in a way where I try to discuss the entirety of Pokemon ROM-hack difficulty through the scope of Pokemon Heretical Red. Before this starts, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Only 9% of my viewers are actually subscribed, so if you do like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Okay, let's read this piece. Heretical Red and its consequences have been a disaster for ROM hacking. I know the title is a funny haha meme, but I'm serious in this department. Heretical Red is the RL craft of Pokemon. Bullshit disguised as difficulty that can easily be cheesed by a few specific mods, eviscerating the point of both the franchise's themes of friendship and the hack's goal to provide difficulty. The gameplay loop of Heretical Red usually goes something like this. Pick up a cheese mon or two for the next boss fight, beat the boss, discard, and draw. Honestly, I have to say that I wholeheartedly disagree with this. The difficulty of Heretical Red is just not based off of bullshit. If your opponent has level 30 Pokemon where your Pokemon are capped at level 20, or if their Pokemon has completely insane stats or moves that go way beyond anything that you can achieve at that point, that would be bullshit. Heretical Red never goes out of its way to be completely unfair or completely unpredictable. The Rock-type gym leader uses Rock-themed Pokemon, the Water-type gym leader uses Water-themed Pokemon, and their stats and their moves are always able to be apprehended by multiple different strategies. That is why Nuzlocks, or even hardcore Nuzlocks of Pokemon Heretical Red, are most certainly possible. Do some Pokemon make certain battles very easy? Sure, but I don't see how that's a problem, as that is quite literally true with any RPG that has ever been created. Go play Minecraft if you're not about that. Heretical Red is also a case study of quantity over quality. While having all 800 plus Pokemon in one hack is a novel concept, in practice this leads to bloated encounter tables as well as being a nightmare to balance. And this is without factoring things like generational gimmicks and the hundreds of moves in the game. I personally take a trimmed, well-balanced dex over every mon in the game.
What?
Again, I really disagree with this. I do suppose it is a matter of preference, but having a wild amount of Pokemon available to me at all points in the game is honestly just really exciting to me. It's sad that it is a nightmare to balance, but I disagree. Taking away encounters to me really only makes it more gimmicky, right? Why does a bloated encounter table matter? Pokeballs are not expensive. If you don't want to use or catch certain Pokemon, just don't catch them. If you want to use a lot of Pokemon, a lot of versatility in your encounter just gives you that option. I'm just not sure what the problem is. The last part of this post is what I really want to discuss though. However, Heretical Red's biggest issue comes in the form of the hacks it's inspired. I understand enhancement and balance hacks are easier to make than original hacks, but pretty much all of these hacks fall into the same trappings as Heretical Red. Horrendous balance, fake difficulty, quality over quantity, and nonsensical changes that make the Pokemon too OP. So many original and innovative hacks are overshadowed by these dime a dozen enhancement hacks, and it pains me. With this, I gotta admit that I slightly agree. I do not necessarily think that this post hits the nail on Heretical Red as a game in itself, but I do have to say that the amount of enhancement hacks that are available right now is absolutely bloated. I don't think any game has really come close to the quality that Heretical Red has been able to achieve, but that has led to a lot of copycats who try to emulate Heretical Red, making for a lot of simply uninspiring new games. When I scroll over this subreddit, I think there's at least 10 new enhancement different hacks that are announced every week. And honestly, I gotta say that I am a little tired of it as well. So many hacks want to be the new Heretical Red, and I do get that. But I also agree that a lot of actual great ROM hacks with new stories and features and such are getting overshadowed by the million Lime Emerald Delta EX Super Duper. I can't even be bothered to look at these anymore because they are honestly turning into somewhat of a blurry mess for me. Maybe the expectations of the average ROM hack player is just that low that any new enhancement is something they can try just to be involved in a new Pokemon experience. But these ROM hacks just do not bother to do anything new to a game except put new stats, moves, and other Pokemon into routes that already exist, and it's honestly starting to feel a little bit lazy to me. At the same time, I do get it if they just simply find it fun. In that case, it's just the player's fault, right? Where we are still upvoting this stuff and making it popular. People find it fun to create their own difficulty like this, but I think it should never overshadow the new actual talent that you can find in original ROM hacks, which it currently is slightly doing. Is difficulty ruined in ROM hacks due to Heretical Red? No, I do not think so. But I do think we should pay more attention to the other available hacks that are actually original in their concepts. Make sure to watch my Heretical Red review if you want to know more about the game. Thanks for watching and have a great day.